Have you ever wondered what powers your smartphone, your laptop, or even the electric car you might be dreaming of? The answer, in many cases, is lithium. But what if I told you we're heading for a massive global shortage of this white gold? Right now, the world is facing a lithium crunch. By 2025, we're projected to have a deficit of nearly 50,000 tons. Fast forward to 2030, and that number could balloon to a staggering 500,000 tons. This isn't just a small gap. It's a chasm between what we need and what we can produce. The price of lithium has already skyrocketed, jumping over 400% in just 1 year. This isn't just an abstract number. It has real-world consequences for the cost of everything from your next phone to the global transition to clean energy. This chart here shows the jaw-dropping trajectory. The demand is relentless, and the supply is struggling to keep up. So, why is demand for lithium absolutely exploding? The primary driver is the electric vehicle revolution. Every single EV battery requires a significant amount of lithium. We were talking about 8 to 10 kilograms for an average electric car. With governments around the world setting ambitious targets to phase out gasoline cars, the number of EVs on the road is set to surge from around 20 million today to over 300 million by 2030. That's a 15-fold increase. But it's not just about cars. Think bigger. We're in the midst of a global energy transition. To make solar and wind power reliable, we need massive batteries to store energy for when the sun is unshining or the wind is unblowing. These grid-scale energy storage systems are gigantic, and they are hungry for lithium. Add to that the billions of consumer electronics we all use every day, and you can see why the demand curve is practically vertical. Every corner of our modern, green future seems to be built on a foundation of this one critical element. Now, let's pivot to a place you might not expect. Afghanistan, often in the news for conflict, this country sits on an unimaginable treasure trove of minerals. A 2010 U.S. Geological Survey and subsequent reports have estimated Afghanistan's mineral wealth to be worth anywhere from $1 to $3 trillion. Let's look at this mineral map. It's like a geological jackpot. We're talking about vast reserves of iron, copper, gold, and cobalt. But the real headline grabber is lithium. Reports suggest Afghanistan could have lithium deposits on par with Bolivia, which has the world's largest known reserves. It's been dubbed Saudi Arabia of lithium. And it doesn't stop there. The country is also rich in rare earth elements, which are vital for everything from high-tech magnets to missile guidance systems. This isn't just a small find. It's a discovery of world-altering scale. The potential here is so immense that it could fundamentally reshape the global resource landscape. This incredible mineral wealth naturally puts Afghanistan at the center of a new geopolitical chessboard, and one player is making its moves very strategically. China, as the world's largest manufacturer of batteries and electric vehicles. China is incredibly dependent on a steady supply of raw materials like lithium. Securing these resources is a matter of national and economic security for Beijing. China shares a small border with Afghanistan and has been actively engaging with the Taliban government, dangling the promise of investment in exchange for access to these mineral riches. For China, it has a perfect opportunity to lock down a future supply chain and extend its influence through its Belt and Road Initiative. Other global powers, including the US and its allies, are watching nervously. Control over these resources could give any nation a huge strategic advantage in the 21st century economy. The stakes are incredibly high, turning these underground deposits into a flashpoint for international competition. So, with all this wealth just sitting there, why isn't it being mined? Why isn't Afghan lithium flooding the market and solving our shortage? The reality on the ground is incredibly challenging. First, there's the issue of infrastructure, or rather, the lack of it. To run a modern mine, you need reliable power, water, roads, and railways to transport the material. Afghanistan has almost none of this in the remote, mountainous regions where these minerals are located. Building it from scratch would cost billions of dollars and take many years. Then there's the formidable security problem. Despite the end of the major conflict, the country remains unstable, and securing massive, long-term industrial projects against potential threats is a monumental task. And here's the biggest reality check. Even in a stable, developed country with all the necessary infrastructure, it takes an average of 15 years to take a mine from initial discovery to actual production. You have to conduct extensive surveys, secure permits, build the facility, and then start the complex extraction process. When you put all these pieces together, the lack of infrastructure, the security risks, the political instability, and the sheer time it takes to develop a mine, you start to understand why Afghanistan's lithium is considered a trapped asset. The trillion-dollar prize is locked away behind a wall of seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Any company or country willing to invest would be taking an enormous gamble. They'd need to pour in billions of dollars up front, with no guarantee of a return for well over a decade, all while navigating one of the most complex political and security environments on the planet. The technical expertise required to extract and process these minerals is also immense, and that expertise is scarce within Afghanistan itself. It's a classic catch-22. You need stability and infrastructure to attract investment, but you need investment to build the stability and infrastructure. For now, the Saudi Arabia of lithium remains a tantalizing but unreachable mirage. So, what does this all mean for the global lithium market and the green transition? The hard truth is, despite all the headlines, Afghan lithium will not be solving our immediate shortages. It will be powering your EV in 2025, or even in 2030. The 15-year timeline for mine development under ideal conditions, and the far from ideal conditions in Afghanistan. A realistic perspective suggests we won't see any significant output from these reserves before the 2040s, if at all. The world will have to look elsewhere to places like Australia, Chile, and new projects in North America and Europe to meet the soaring demand of the next 2 decades. Afghanistan's story is a powerful reminder that geological wealth is not the same as economic reality. The journey from discovering a resource to bringing it to market is long, expensive, and filled with uncertainty. While Afghanistan's mineral wealth may one day change its destiny, for the foreseeable future, it remains a story of immense potential, trapped deep beneath the mountains. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the forces shaping our world.